I'm Ryan.
And I'm Tessa.
This is the Dark Dive Absurd Archives, where the strangest cases get the same serious attention as the darkest ones. Imagine you are standing on the gaming floor of a Las Vegas casino in 2020.
Right, where security is notoriously tight.
Exactly. The stakes are always high. And then a middle-aged man walks onto the floor to commit a robbery, armed entirely with a plastic toy lightsaber.
It is a completely baffling choice of weapon.
It really is. Today, we are examining a closed case where this bizarre choice triggered a very real, very serious law enforcement response.
So the timeline of this incident is clearly documented by surveillance footage and police reports. The suspect walked into the casino carrying a retail replica lightsaber.
Which at first, you might assume this was just a prank or a misunderstanding, right?
You would think so. But then he began violently striking slot machines and casino chairs and even nearby patrons with the plastic toy.
If you have ever held one of those cheap collapsible sabers from a toy store, you know they are designed to bend or break if you hit them against a couch too hard.
Right, they're incredibly fragile.
Yet he used this hollow plastic tube to initiate a chaotic property disturbance on a crowded casino floor. And then, well, the situation escalated.
It escalated rapidly. The suspect approached casino personnel, demanded money, and actually brandished the toy object as a weapon.
Wow. So casino security had to step in.
Yes, security immediately intervened to stop the disturbance. And during this physical confrontation, the suspect actually struck two trained security guards with the toy.
What, the plastic toy?
Exactly. Las Vegas Metro Police arrived shortly after, securing the scene and detaining the suspect without the use of lethal force.
Tessa, this is where we have to look closer at the underlying facts.
Definitely.
We have a clear, verified sequence of events, but the internal logic is, well, it's entirely missing. What drives an individual with no known violent history to use a non-functional, brightly colored toy for outright intimidation?
It is a sequence of baffling contradictions, Ryan. We are looking at a highly erratic pattern of behavior here.
Right.
The footage captures what investigators describe as highly impulsive decision-making right from the moment he entered the building. But the specific mystery is the unexplained jump from simply causing a scene-smashing inanimate objects to a formally documented robbery attempt.
Right, because making a scene is one thing.
Yes.
But demanding money from casino staff implies a sudden shift toward a targeted criminal objective. He is trying to execute a high-stakes crime using a prop that inherently lacks the capacity for actual force.
It makes absolutely no sense, and that impulsive behavior led to a severe institutional response. Under Nevada law, the suspect was not just charged with trespassing or disorderly conduct.
Okay.
He was charged with assault with a deadly weapon.
Wait, Tessa. He was charged with assault with a deadly weapon over a piece of plastic.
Yes, he was.
How does a prosecutor even make that stick when everyone in the room, from the victims to the responding police officers, knows it is a harmless child's toy?
Well, because the Nevada legal system does not care about the physical properties of the weapon in this context, Ryan, it only cares about the psychology of the wielder.
I see.
The law allows a non-traditional object to be classified as a weapon if it is used to threaten or assault someone. The physical capability of the plastic toy was completely irrelevant.
Right.
The legal system responded strictly to how the suspect chose to wield it and the hostile intent behind his actions.
So it is almost like the concept of fiat currency in economics.
How so?
Well, a dollar bill is just a piece of paper, right?
Right.
But it has immense power simply because we all agree it does. In this scenario, the plastic sword became a deadly weapon purely because the suspect wielded it like one.
That is a very accurate comparison.
And the law requires that the intent to cause fear be treated as a legitimate threat.
Exactly. If you use a piece of plastic with the intent to make someone fear for their safety, the law treats that action with the utmost seriousness. Consequently, alongside the assault charge, he was also formally charged with attempted robbery, disorderly conduct, and trespassing.
And the official documentation confirms that no serious injuries occurred during any part of the altercation, correct?
That is correct. The replica itself was retained by police as physical evidence.
So the case is officially closed. The suspect was taken into custody, and public records show no further related incidents.
Yes. However, examining the facts leaves a persistent void regarding the motive. We have a verified record of his actions, but absolutely no explanation for the human element behind them.
It remains an unresolved psychological puzzle. Why someone would choose this specific object, a mass-produced plastic replica to initiate a physical confrontation in a highly secured environment remains entirely unclear.
It is a documented event without a logical foundation.
The only real question that remains is, what do you think his Star Wars name was?
Good question.
We want to hear from you. If you have insights, questions, or theories, reach out. Your voice helps keep these stories alive.
And if you want to hear more episodes of The Dark Dive, consider following and subscribing. It helps us continue bringing these stories to light.
Thank you for listening to this episode of The Dark Dive.